Good day. What's going on, everyone? Welcome into First Take. Thank you for being with us. I'm Molly Karam here with my guys, Stephen A. Smith, Louis Redick, Christopher Mad Dog Russo. Gentlemen.
The fellas in the house. I'm in the house. Mellow Yellow, what's going on?
Yes,
Mellow
Yellow. Yes.
You know, it's good to see y'all. I'm here in studio. I came back just for y'all. I came back just for y'all. You know what I'm saying? You appreciate it. Show some respect.
You're not babysitting down in Florida anymore, sitting in your closet.
L.A.
Oh, you were in L.A.
Excuse me.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, Stephen A.
Undisclosed location.
Where'd you say he looked like he was?
Remember
when you said like, is he in a closet? He looked like he was somewhere when you were talking last week.
It was like a board meeting.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was something along those lines.
You know, undisclosed location.
Undisclosed?
Let's leave it at that.
All right.
Were you a character?
Fair enough.
No,
Micah Parsons, he's not in an undisclosed location right now. The Cowboys' best defensive player requested a trade on Friday. He posted a lengthy statement on social media explaining his decision. Micah has been at Cowboys training camp, often not standing too far away from Jerry, but the Cowboys owner says he hasn't spoke to Micah since he requested it. Gentlemen, listen to Jerry yesterday.
When did it become urgent that we need to get something resolved one way or another that he's on the field against Philadelphia?
Again, your definition of urgent is not necessarily. I don't believe you gave a definition of urgent. Okay, and so I stay urgent. It's what it is what it is, and we'll work through it, or we will not work through it. Okay.
Any confidence that he will be on the field against Philadelphia?
Again, no, absolutely not. That has to. A big part of that is his decision. How would I know that? I'm just saying. No, but I'm urgent.
I don't even know what any of that meant. Anyway, Stephen A., maybe you can explain it to me. Will this Micah-Jerry dispute impact the Cowboys season?
I think it will. I think it will, because I think things have changed, and I think that the culture and the climate of the world of sports is something that we have to pay attention to. Doggy, this is not some situation where there's a contract dispute, and that's what I want everybody to understand here. This is a situation of a multi-billionaire owner who's considered, you can say whatever you want about him as a football executive, but as a business mind, there is nothing but profound respect that has been earned by Jerry Jones. To talk to a player, a 25, 26-year-old player, without his representation, and to try to promote that as an agreement having been reached before it was breached is as egregious as it gets. David Mulugata is one of the best agents in football. He is universally respected. He is the agent of record that represents Micah Parsons. He has not spoken to Jerry Jones in months. He has not spoken to Stephen Jones and these guys. That's unacceptable. That's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about a player that, I think I deserve this money and I'm holding out. No, we're talking about an owner that's going before the public, in front of the media, and portraying something that's egregious. Yo, we haven't talked in months, and giving the impression that somehow your conversation with this player without his representation equates to a deal being reached. Even in this business, I'm a grown-ass man. And if I sat up there and I talked to Jimmy Pitaro, or I talked to Bob Iger, or I talked to Burt Magnus or Dave Robertson, somebody, guess what I got to do? Yeah, we can have this conversation, but you got to talk to my representation in order to close the deal. There is no deal unless my agent says, yo, we got a deal done. Jerry is trying to circumvent that. And nobody, I don't know whether they're asking him or not, because I'm not hearing the questions that they're asking, but based on his answers, he's not addressing that fact. Why are you talking and acting like you have an agreement with a 25, 26-year-old player entering his 5th year in the league and thinking you have an agreement when you haven't spoken to his representation? That's the issue.
And I agree with you on that. You want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay, because I do agree with Steve on that. Jerry seems to think he made this deal with Parsons without getting into the agent. You're 100% correct. But two things. First off, you and I have discussed this an awful lot. He's got a contract. He's supposed to make $21 million this year. It's the 5th year of the rookie contract.
He's 24.
Is his 4th year?
Yes.
Is his 4th year? Whatever it is, he's making $21 million. He's got a contract. Number two, he's not missing any games. He's not giving up $1.2 million a game. And that's the amount of money that he wouldn't get paid. And his career is too short. You're not giving up $1 million. If you do the math, 21 million divided by 17, is that's about 1.2 million. Nobody is going to miss a game and give up a $1.2 million paycheck. So the idea that somehow Thursday on the 5th of September, 4 weeks from tomorrow, he is not going to be on a field at the link is ridiculous. Now, you're going to go the other way. I know where you're going. Distractions, not good for the team. This is going to upset their chemistry. That's where you'll go.
But it's because it's true. Okay, this isn't just about making deals. This isn't just about signing contracts. It isn't just about winning in the boardroom. It isn't just about honoring the contract, which we know contracts aren't really honored in the NFL because there's a salary cap and there's voidable years, and teams ask guys to take pay cuts. Guys ask teams to renegotiate deals before they actually mature, because that's just the way business works because of how the salary cap works. Here's the thing, though. It's not like Jerry hasn't already approached this player about signing him to an extension. He's already done that, informally, albeit, one-on-one with him. But he understands that aspect of the business and that it's time to do that. The fact, though, as Stephen A is pointing out, is that he hasn't had any conversations with his representation is unprofessional.
I agree.
It's unprofessional. The fact that he won't contact him now is petty. The fact that you can't seem to strike a deal with one of the easiest contract negotiations in the National Football League right now, in terms of what impact does this player bring currently, what has he done in the past, and what can we project him to do in the future, is just dumb. It's just dumb that this isn't done. And the fact that we sit here and every day he provides us with another soundbite, another one. Well, what's your confidence that he'll be on the field come week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles? Well, I'm not very confident. It is what it is. What do you mean it is? No, it's not is what it is. This situation demands a lot more respect than that. And if I'm Micah Parsons, I'm telling you what. If I could, if there was some way I could get the hell out of there, I would. And I guarantee you so would he. But he knows he has no leverage. He's going to play this year on his 5th-year option. He's going to probably get, if he didn't sign the contract extension, then Jerry could franchise him. And people like to use this word all the time in the NFL. We control the player for the next couple of years via the 5th-year option, via the franchise tag. We control where this player goes. And I hate that damn word, but it's the truth.
It's the truth, but hold on. There's a couple of points, because, Dougie, here's what's important to understand. Players hate this all the time. They're under contract. We've seen the NFL go to players, ask for them to take a pay cut, restructure their deals, etc. We know this kind of stuff happens in the NFL. They hate when you put it on their shoulders and we ignore the onus that belongs, in this particular instance, for example, to a guy like Jerry Jones. You're sitting back and your mentality is that he can't go anywhere. Essentially, we own you. You know how players feel about that, right? That's number one. Number two, when you have that kind of mentality because you can restrict their movement and they can't go anywhere, if you're Micah Parsons, if Micah Parsons said, you know what, I'm going to go out on that field today, I'm going to play, I'm going to go into the last year of my deal, and I'm going to announce to the world ahead of time, this is my last season in Dallas. You know what? He'll be considered a pariah because he'll be considered a distraction to the team. And then all of a sudden we'll forget all the noise that was being made by Jerry Jones and by Stephen Jones about him just because they had that leverage. We can't allow that to happen.